Hi, you guys. MHNbysheterram here, Goddess Intuition. I hope you guys are doing well. So, I just wanted to get into this topic surrounding this whole stigma around single mothers and praise single fathers, right? And so, I don't care what the case study is, what the statistic is, because everybody's situation is different and everyone is different in that situation, right? So obviously I'm going to start with the mothers first because it's a lot of heavy stigma around mothers that are single, right? Without anyone really getting to the bottom of any reason why, you know what I'm saying? And so um a woman, she doesn't go into a relationship like, yay, I'm going to be a single mother, I can't wait to be independent, and I'm going to do all of this by myself and I don't need any help, but I'm going to lay down and I'm going to have this baby with you. Like, come on. It's really crazy to even think. And this is how people perceive it. You know, this is the, and this is it's a heavy misconception because 9 times out of 10 the woman makes or try her best to make things work, even in a situation that is not working out. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't know, the woman may have been forced to just walk away. You don't know if that woman made a decision to say, you know what, this situation isn't healthy like I thought it were, so I'm gonna just leave. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna take my child and I'm gonna raise my child. Because when you hear the term single mother, you think like, oh my God, she must have done something, you know, it was her fault, yada yada yada. And 9 times out of 10 it is not like that, you know. And so again, we don't know everyone's situation, we don't know everyone's backstory. However, it's like, okay, where do I pick up the pieces and get a solid grounding where I'm able to have a safe space and a healthy space for myself and my child or my children? You know what I'm saying? And so I think that is really ugly that society has placed this stigma around women um, that are single, yet they're raising their children. So automatically she's seen as, oh, you know, poor mom, and oh, you know, poor this and poor that. It's not like that. You know, there's many mothers out here that has help from, or support from their, I don't even want to say help, but support from their family, from their community, from their friends. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't have to be in a situation where you're not being respected, you're not being loved, you're not being appreciated. And let me just say this: some women make a choice to leave. You know, maybe the father of the child is not putting his best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's trying to build her life and raise a child and also trying to make this relationship work. Who knows? And so if a person is around you and they're not trying to make it work, or you guys can't coexist or co-parent with each other, just being in that union, it's time for the separation to come. And everyone is not mature. Everyone is not at a level of just wanting things to just, you know, this person go this way, the other go this way, and hey, let's come together. We have a beautiful child, or we have a beautiful children, and let's just do our best. Let's start off slow. Maybe we can become friends, and we can have that time that we need for the child's sake. Because when you bring children into the world, it's not about the parent. Obviously you have to have healthy communication and all of that, but it's not about, basically your needs is put on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? For that moment, and you have to figure things out. You have to take your emotions, you have to take your emotions out of the equation and see what is the best scenario for the child. You know what I'm saying? And for the mother and for the father. Okay, the father can go head on, the mother can go this way. The child can be still loved. You know what I'm saying? The child can still be safe. There can still be a healthy connection, is what I'm really trying to get down to the bottom of everything, right? And so you have to really be able to see things from a higher perspective. And if you're, again, dealing with someone that is immature, whether it's the mother or the father, it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just stick and try to make it work when it's not working? Because if you do that, not only is you going to resent yourself and everyone around you, it's like, what about the child? You know what I'm saying? What about the child well-being? So, and in those situations, you have to do what's right for the child, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so you have to be able to identify with what needs to take place, and it's coming from a healthy space. It's not coming from a space of like, okay, I'm mad at this person, and so I'm going to try to seek revenge, and yeah, she can't see her child, and he can't see his child, just because it doesn't work out for the child's sake. It's very toxic, it's unhealthy. It's not a healthy environment at all. You know what I'm saying? And so in those situations, it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And you're supposed to see that your child is safe and see that yourself is safe also. Regardless of how the man feels, regardless of how the mother feels. And it is what it is, right? And so now moving along with the fathers and them being single fathers and them being praised for it. It's like men and women like, oh yeah, I'm a proud father, and he may have his community of people that support him, his friends, his family, and other people that is around him, right? So he's seen in a light like he's doing something amazing because he has taken the role of being the mother and the father. And in reality, it's like, what are you being praised for? Because it's all about the child. This is something that needs to take place. If you have a baby mama out there just doing any and everything, she's not there for the child, whatever the case, right? So yeah, I would hope that you would stand up and be there for your child or your children. Why wouldn't you? In the situation, someone has to have a level of boundary, clarity, healthy communication, emotional intelligence, you know what I'm saying, to balance everything out. So yes, I would hope that you would be there. So why does society praise men and then they look down upon a woman? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that father had to leave because the woman wasn't acting right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that mother had to leave because the father wasn't acting right. You know, so you have to really think about those things. And when they do these case studies and, you know, single mom this and single mom that, it's like, that's not how it is. That's not how it is, because there's so many different scenarios, there's so many different situations that take place. You cannot just place a stigma on a term and just call it that and say, okay, this is everyone's scenario. No. You know, there's people that are educated, there's people that has levels of education and intelligence and integrity about themselves, and things just don't work out. That doesn't mean that you can't coexist, co-parent. That doesn't mean that you can't meet someone else and have a blended family. It doesn't mean any of that. So when you think about those things, it's really about raising your way of seeing things. It's not as bad as it is put out to be. You know, again, when you have people that are mature and they are, you know, making a better life for their child or their children, then everyone wins. You know, the father may have went on and met someone, the mother may have went on and met someone, you know, whatever. But and just speaking in terms of the people that haven't, it's like, okay, but why is there still a stigma around the whole term? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, allow people to be themselves. If they're not happy in a relationship, if they're uncomfortable, if things aren't just working, how come it can't just be that? But you know, obviously people get jealous, people get mad. And let me just say this, you know, you hear a lot about women not allowing their a baby daddy to see their child or their children. But guess what? A lot of men get upset when the woman leave. A lot of men get upset and they don't even want to come around. You know, you can't make anyone do anything that they don't want to do. You know, they have to figure that out for themselves. And it's sad because, you know, then you have the child that's stuck there like, you know, but a lot of men gets upset at the woman and they do not come around. Why is that not being discussed? It just has to be the woman's fault. Oh, you know, she's acting crazy and I had to leave and I had... Yeah, man, come on. And you ain't men. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, to get the conversation started and just to, you know, get you guys' opinions. You know, feel free to comment below and let's have a discussion, because it has to be discussed. It's like, how can we work past situations, societal situations, if we're not talking about those things and if we're not being honest and truthful? You know what I'm saying? how can we get past it? How we don't want it to be a stigma. We don't want it to be a case study. Because it has gone on for far too long, and the times are different. Things are changing. Things has changed, and everything is not the same anymore. There used to be a time where back in the day where if the woman got pregnant out of wedlock, they would send the mother away, or they would take the mother's child, just all kind of crazy stuff. That's crazy to me, but that's the way it was back in the day. And it's like, okay, what if I don't want to get married to this person? Okay, yes, I had a baby, but I may not want to get married to this person. Is that not my choice? Why don't I have a choice in the matter to say yes or no to a situation? Or just it's a lot. But it's not. I think it's very disgusting, and it's times has changed. Things aren't the same anymore. So you have to allow people to grow with those times, change with the change. You know what I'm saying? And everything doesn't have to be looked upon as a stigma or a case study. And people out here living their lives. Whether it's a lot of single moms out here that are busting their ass, they're going to work, they're successful, they have businesses, they're running empires. Okay, so let's just take the stigma away, look at things from a higher perspective, and allow people to be who they are. You cannot control anyone. You can only control yourself. So, and on that note, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.